Hey everyone, it's Jake Hall, the Manufacturing Millennial. We are here at CES 2026, learning about the latest technologies that are impacting all different industries. And I just walked out of the Caterpillar keynote learning what they're pushing for with technology in the construction space. Now I have two amazing subject matter experts in the industry as well. I have Brandon Hootman, you are the VP of Data and AI at Caterpillar, which is a crazy title when you think about it's a 100-year-old company.
100-year-old company.
And now all of a sudden we're having technology at the forefront, putting the industry forward. And of course, I also have Deepu Talla. He is the VP of Robotics at NVIDIA. It's always great to see you. I love running into you at all these shows all the time, like 6 events a year. It's amazing. So Brandon, to kick off with you, what was the main takeaway of what Caterpillar is doing now to push data and AI forward in technology?
I have to start with, I appreciate as a St. Louis Cardinals fan that you let me on your podcast here. So thank you for that. We're super excited. I thought the keynote was awesome. I thought it gave a very clear picture of the work that Caterpillar does. You know, I think before we get into the technology piece of it, it was really awesome to see the explanation of everything that Caterpillar does to build the infrastructure that's powering where technology is going, whether it be mining, whether it be the construction of the building that we're doing, or the power generation business that we're in that's powering all of the AI that's taken off like crazy now.
Absolutely.
So that was really the first part of the message. The second piece of it was, you know, we are leaning into technology in a really big way at the scale of the machines and the job sites that our customers operate at. We've been doing technology, you know, it's not new to us. I thought the example of, you know, seeing that cartoon all the way back in the 30s that gave a future casting vision of what the future of job sites would look like and repairs and drones delivering, that was all the way back almost 100 years ago. We're realizing that now. We're doing autonomy in a big way. We've been doing it for a couple of decades now. Really cool message is we're now bringing that to construction. In addition to bringing that to construction, we're also bringing AI to the machines to be able to help the operators be more efficient and more effective. You know, labor constraints are really tough in construction today, getting qualified operators. And I thought you saw some real practical examples of how we're working with NVIDIA to use their technology to bring it to our machines, to bring it to job sites, to help the customers be safer, more productive, more efficient, much quicker.
Construction has 500,000 open jobs in the industry right now. And I look at how do you get the next generation excited about construction? How do you drive and educate the current workforce as new technology comes? And I think that's a great way to segue into the partnership that Cat's having with NVIDIA. So what are you excited about? What is NVIDIA bringing to this partnership?
Caterpillar is such an iconic company. In the last 100 years, much of the world has been built by Caterpillar, right? And you saw the keynote, there's how much technology that needs to happen to make it more and more autonomous. Starting with the machine itself, obviously making it easier for the machine operator, right? And with respect to what's happening in the machine and adding safety layer around it, and then increasingly adding more autonomy to it. And this is going to keep on adding more and more. I think to your question about, or point about how do the new wave of engineers, the next generation of operators coming in, and the best way to excite them is to fill some of these gaps would be actually to bring in more and more technology which they're super comfortable with. So we are, we started this deep partnership with Caterpillar roughly a year ago, wherein, things have lined up like working at super speed, bringing all the autonomy inside the machine today. But of course, we're working on more things than that. You saw a preview of that in the keynote with respect to eventually manufacturing will become better, factory operations will become better, and in general, the whole Caterpillar dealerships, using AI to...
It's the terminology of, all boats rise with a tide. Mm-hmm. And I think what's really exciting about that is we're seeing all these new technologies that NVIDIA is partnering, like even the assisted AI that we saw where a operator can step into a cab and have a conversation and say, hey, how do I get started? Hey, this is a new model for me. Or I want to do preventative maintenance, or I want to be able to set that ceiling level. It's one of those things where it's enhancing the human 100%. To do more. And one of the things I really thought was taking away at the end of the keynote, probably one of my favorite parts was Cat committed $25 million to create more education, skills retraining, labor retraining in the workforce. And I think that's what's exciting. It's not about replacing the human, it's about making the human better, enhancing that human to keep going, bring more people on board, and at the end of the day, bring new technologies and solutions to what Cat's doing.
It's a shift. Things are changing. but the people will still play a very critical role in the work that has to be done. And Caterpillar is very committed to bringing the technology that's required to move the industry forward, but also making sure that we bring the people that are critical to those job sites, critical to the manufacturing facilities where we build, where we design, bring those people along and prepare them for that transformation.
Absolutely. Well, Brandon, Deepu, once again, thank you guys so much. Of course, I'll have some more information about this partnership down below and what Cat and NVIDIA is doing. Of course, I'll have some more links about that $25 million that Cat's doing. That's just incredible to see what we're doing to invest in the industry and future jobs. But of course, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again soon.